If you are driving in stressful traffic, gripping the steering wheel, and muttering your affirmations 100 times in a row, you are completely neutralizing their power. Obsessive repetition is born from a state of pure desperation. It is your conscious mind trying to beat your subconscious into submission. Every time you frantically repeat a desire, you are loudly declaring to the universe that you do not yet have it. To author a new reality, your approach must be completely effortless. You do not need to force the seed to grow. You simply need to plant it in fertile soil and step out of the way. Welcome to the Genesis Sessions. I am your host, Dr. Ramzi John Mansour. This is the room where we stop fighting our subconscious, drop the endless friction of traditional affirmations, and learn the exact mechanics of authoring a new reality. By now, you understand the architecture of a perfect Genesis prompt, and you know why asking a question bypasses the friction of your subconscious mind. But having the right tool is only half the equation. The true mastery of the Genesis protocol lies in your execution. If you treat these prompts the way most people treat traditional affirmations, obsessing over them all day long while you're in a state of high stress, they will not work. Your conscious mind is too guarded, and your analytical filters are up. Instead, we are going to utilize the two specific windows of time each day when the gatekeeper of your subconscious naturally drops its defenses. The first window opens the exact moment you open your eyes. When you first wake up, your brain does not immediately jump into high-stress processing. It transitions slowly through what neuroscientists call the alpha brainwave state. In this relaxed, lucid state, your conscious mind is still groggy, but your subconscious is wide open. It is highly receptive to suggestion. This is the morning protocol. Before you reach for your phone to check your emails, and before you allow the anxieties of the day to put armor on your mind, you must execute. Select just 5 Genesis prompts, ideally one for each of the 5 core areas of your life. In the quiet of those first few waking minutes, ask each question softly out loud or silently in your mind. Do not chant them as a mantra. Ask each question exactly once. Feel the subtle yes in your chest. Feel the profound relief of the wish fulfilled. And then you must do the most important step of all. Let it go. Get out of bed, make your coffee, and live your day. By planting the seed in the alpha state, you have handed the directive over to your reticular activating system. The search engine is on and the work is being done in the background. Your second window of profound subconscious access occurs at the very end of your day. Neville Goddard referred to this twilight window as the state akin to sleep, often abbreviated as SATS. It is that beautiful, heavy, floating sensation you experience just moments before you cross the threshold into deep sleep. Whatever thoughts or assumptions you hold as you cross that threshold are carried directly into the subconscious mind, where they will marinate uninterrupted for the next 8 hours. Most people use this incredibly powerful window to destroy their own peace. They lie in bed, agonizing over tomorrow's to-do list or stressing over their finances. They are effectively hypnotizing themselves into a state of anxiety. The evening protocol requires you to intentionally hijack this process. As you lie in bed and feel your breathing slow down, bring one of your core Genesis prompts to mind. Ask the question. Do not try to logically solve the problem. Just let the physical sensation of the wish fulfilled anchor you. Allow yourself to drift off into sleep, wrapped entirely in the profound peace and normalcy of the new identity you are authoring. When you use these two windows, You will inevitably encounter the final test, the urge to meddle. Your conscious mind will want to know how this new reality is going to manifest. You will try to map out the exact sequence of events, and you will panic when the wealth or the health does not magically materialize by Tuesday afternoon. You must completely surrender the how. The mechanics of how your desire will arrive are entirely none of your business. You have set the destination. The universe will orchestrate the path to get you there, what we call the bridge of incidents. If you try to dictate that bridge, you limit the universe to the tiny boundaries of your current imagination. Trade your anxiety for curiosity. You have asked the question. The state is assumed. Creation is finished. All that is left for you to do is enjoy the walk across the bridge. If you are ready to stop dabbling and start mastering your reality, it is time to step inside the Genesis Collective. Join our global community of reality architects to get monthly masterclasses, live Q&A sessions with me, and the environment you need to hold your new baseline. Click the link in the show notes to join and grab your copy of the Genesis Protocol while you are there. Until next time, ask better questions and remember, it is finished.